All right, guys. So after the wrist, I hope you enjoyed the wrist work. I hope you got to know the prop work for the wrist also, how to prevent the injuries whenever you're doing any arm loading postures or maybe arm loading activities anywhere outside yoga mat or on the yoga mat, right? Anywhere for the sports, whatever you're playing. So now we are going to see that how you can utilize the elbow for the injury prevention, right? So first of all, just have the little bit anatomy of the elbow joint. As we have learned it in our wrist joint, that the radius is the bone which is supporting your carpals, your palm, basically, all right, and the ulna, which is not, right? Herein, the case is a little different. So here, the ulna is coming down all the way, and it is coming in the contact with your humerus, all right? So what is elbow joint? Elbow joint is a combination of your ulna and the humerus, all right, the arm bone. So in the arm bone, we have a socket. Socket means the space where the hook, can you see this hook of ulna, can go and sit, basically. All right. So wherever it can go and sit, it defines your range of motion. So as you must have heard in the course, that the elbow joint have a movement of flexion and extension. It's a hinge joint, right? So since it is a hinge joint, it should be moving only into this direction and nowhere else, right? It should not be moving here because you don't have any space. Just like your door, if you have one-sided open door, you really do not bang it towards the wall, right? So that's a wall. Don't bang it towards it, isn't it? There is no use. You won't get it. Maximum, what you will get? A broken door. A broken joint. Congrats, isn't it? You don't want it, right? So you have to know that why many people are going all the way down, and many people were not even having the normal range of motion. So what we call it normal, it is just like, anything, any range of motion which can give us day-to-day activity in a very easy way, you can say, or I'm not having any trouble in doing all those activities. We call those range of motions normal, basically, right? Anything wherein I'm getting short of range of motion, like if it is here, I won't be able to do many activities because it's not opening. And in certain moments where this mobility is too much and I'm going too much down, then it is lack of stability in that joint. So too much of mobility and too much of stability, both are, a part of concern. So if we know at least about whatever range of motion we have, too much or too less or normal, whatever range of motion we have, if we at least are aware of it, things are sorted. Okay, it is not that you are having less range of motion, then you don't belong to the planet. No, you still. And if you have too much, then you are from somewhere upper planet. No, you're not. You are still from the planet Earth. Okay, so whatever range of motion you have, just be with it. Okay, be aware of it so that you can just prevent the injuries. Simple, right? Your course mentor must have told you about the range of motions, must have told you about the muscle engagement, must have told you about the differences. Okay, that how too much and too less movement can define your yoga practices or any other activity, whatever you do from the body, right? From the elbow joint. So as we know that this has one-way movement, that means this is a hinge joint which should not be moving or which should not be used for any other activity. That means going in and out. So if you're using it for in and out movement, in, out from the elbow, which is literally not possible for me to do, but many people have more mobility in that joint in those areas, and they keep on forcing their joint in yoga asanas or any other activities outside yoga as well, and they tend to get injuries because the joint is not designed biomechanically to get the force, right? So basically you need to learn that how to use this joint in an effective way so that you don't end up getting any injury. And that is something which your course mentor will tell you in your theory part. Here, you just need to understand the anatomy of it, the biomechanics of it, that just because of this hook of the ulna, if it is too long, it will definitely not allow you to go more inside. If it is too short, it will not stop here. It will keep on going down. Okay, so doesn't really matter if you have too long or too short. Can you fix it? No, you can't. Can you just add something here with Fevistick? No, you cannot, right? Can you glue it with something? No, you cannot, right? Can you just cut it if it is too long? No, you cannot, right? So something which you cannot, Just be easy, relax, breathe. Okay, you cannot. Something which is out of your hand, something which is out of your control, just relax. Okay, you're born perfectly. Okay, now whatever joint and range of motions you have got, use it wisely, because in certain range of motion, in certain asanas, in certain activities, too much of mobility is helpful, but in certain one, too much is not helpful. Okay, good. So whatever you have, you should be just knowing that you have the awareness of it. That is what is needed. Okay, and your mentor will tell you that how not to use these in and out movements unnecessarily in certain asanas, which people do, right? So those wrong movements can also lead to injuries. You will get to know in your course theory. So until then, enjoy your time. I will see you next in your shoulder and scapula. Bye-bye. Thank you.